A Roman army scouting party is currently marching up a death tunnel defense. They have teleported to the near future. Well, maybe not near future, a good 3,000 years into the future to fight the U.S. Army. U.S. machine gunners, riflemen, Sea-Whiz cannons, as well as M1 Abrams and missile systems are all here defending the death tunnel against the Roman army death charge. Now, this 2 million Roman army scouting party was just the first through the portal. There will be millions more to come after this initial battle, and the United States losses will be carrying over to these future battles. At the moment, they only have 11,163 soldiers. Any troopers they lose will be dead in the next battles as well. As for the Romans, they'll be getting reinforcements. These 2 million soldiers, again, are just the first to come. Now, there is this preliminary death tunnel defense right here with the US machine gunners as well as those Sea-Whiz cannons, which are absolutely tearing through these Roman troopers. But then, we have many flanking zones where the US is also defending. Up this way, we have some US riflemen holding the line against additional flanking Roman troopers up on this flank. Then, further back, we've got our M1 Abrams tanks being supported by additional US riflemen, and behind them, we have US marksmen ready to pour some fire down as those enemies crest up the hill a distance away. Up at the top right over this way, we will have more US soldiers, because this area over here will be susceptible to even more Roman flanks coming through. And then the final defense is in our massive pit area over here. We do have some US shotgunners holding this choke point, but then further back we've got missile systems as well as our final lot of riflemen ready to hold against the oncoming Roman troopers. Right now the US has only lost 10 soldiers, which really isn't too bad all things considered, but there is still 1.98 million Romans remaining on the battlefield, and every loss that the US Army takes is going to seriously impact their future defense on this battlefield. So they need to come out of this with as few losses as humanly possible against these Roman troopers coming forward against them. You can see some Romans getting deep in here and attacking some of the reloading M249 machine gunners right there. That is brutal, but at the very least, they are getting droves of kills as they hold this first death tunnel choke point defense. If you guys do enjoy these videos, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Now, why don't we go ahead and time-lapse our first chunk of the video here. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Okay, US soldiers here are taking some significant losses against the Roman army so far. 3,269 to be exact. The funny number. Sea-Whizzes back here are getting shot up by Roman arrows. You can see them flying through the air right there. That's probably contributing to the overall surge in Roman soldiers. Oh, look at those 2 missiles firing out there. Mainly because those Sea-Whizzes were helping a lot to keep these Romans at bay. Let's see up here. How are they? Oh, no. Okay, that entire area is gonzo. Now the marksmen up here and the Abrams and some U.S. riflemen this way are also having to fight off Roman troopers coming down from the hilltop over there. How about the flanks over this way? Let's check it out. Currently... Uh-oh. 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 Alright, Romans coming through. The shotgun units better get ready because they're about to hit them over here. I got a bad feeling about this one, Chief, but at least behind them, the missile systems and these riflemen for the U.S. will hopefully be able to hold a little bit better, but I don't think the shotgun units are going to come out of this thing okay. We're currently at 1.8 million remaining Roman troopers so far. Not a good thing for the U.S. in the sleighs. They're getting chopped to bits in this choke point. It's not good. And here come the Romans over this way, and the shotgun units are not supporting their boy up there. Did they send the least favorite U.S. soldier up there to die early? God, that's horrible. And here they come. Oh, this is not good. Oh, Lord. This is not good at all. Let's watch these guys collapse. Well, that took about 2 minutes to come to fruition. There's some of the missile systems hitting these Romans, and we're going to need these U.S. soldiers to start firing soon. There we go. They are. More missile system shots going out and hitting these Roman troopers. Excellent. Full firepower of these U.S. riflemen going into the enemy here. Come on, use those M4s for all they've got, my boys. We need to start destroying these guys outright, or it's Jover. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Please be holding over here, too. Okay, we're holding okay over here. Looks like the Sea Whizzes down below are dead, but the Abrams, as well as these U.S. Army riflemen and the marksmen above are holding out okay, and these Abrams have really good armor, so they'll be able to do at least a little bit of defense over here. And these guys are being held at bay as well, which is very good. I'm hoping these guys can hold outright for the time being. If they fall, obviously it's Jover, because then we'll have a huge flank going up towards the Abrams troopers over there. They are holding for now. For now, I think those missile systems will be very helpful. It'd be great if they shot like up here where they're more condensed. That would be fantastic. But right now, they're frontlining more or less, which is a fair tactic because you're going to need to eliminate the front lines at some point there. Let's watch back here as the Abrams try to hold against oncoming Romans from the death tunnel. Well, okay. The Romans just won, bro. I tested this battle and the U.S. like locked them down when I did the test run, but they just won. I guess we're getting the U.S. reinforcements because, well, sometimes plans go awry. Let's do that. We have now doubled the number of Romans and the number of U.S. Army soldiers. 4 million Romans and 25,000 U.S. Army troopers and technology, which, honestly, doubling the Romans, you know, does make them more powerful, but doubling the number of U.S. soldiers and their firepower is an exponential gain for them. The more firepower that they have, the more Romans they kill quickly, and, you know, the Romans getting double the amount of soldiers is pretty much, you know, a 2x boost to them. I would argue that doubling the number of guns on the battlefield is a 10x boost for the defending U.S. military here. And as you can see already, Romans going down in droves. We do have 10 more Sea Whizzes over here ready to fire away, but then up here we have 5 additional M1 Abrams, as well as more riflemen over this way, and more marksman troopers over here. Up on this ledge, we also have additional U.S. Army soldiers, although it looks like they didn't quite spawn where I wanted them to. I wanted them to be in this gap here, but they're more over here. That's alright, and it looks like a few of them got cut off and didn't spawn in, so maybe these guys won't end up being super tough. But hey, at the very least, there's a good number of them over here, more than we had before. Why are the Sea Whizzes firing directly into the air? Oh, because they're trying to shoot the guys that are up on this ledge here that are dropping down on top of the heads of the U.S. Army soldiers. That's pretty funny. Okay, but the other major thing is, we got Romans flanking around here. What the heck? That didn't happen last time. Poor couple of marksmen up here are getting chopped to bits. Wait, how are they up here? Because there should be the same. Oh yeah, we've got the shotgun troopers over here who also didn't really spawn where I wanted them to, but that's okay. And then we've got these fellas over here who are holding out a little bit better, and we have increased their numbers as well, so you know, hopefully they could do a bit better. They've got these Badgers, I think is what the type of gun they've got right there is. Very cool, and they're taking on a whole slew of Legionnaires full charging down at them. But again, I'm not totally... Oh, they're getting flanked over here, too. Oh. But how is the question? Because there's no... I guess some Romans just kind of spawned over here, because there's no way to get up here beyond this pathway over this way. So I think this flank will be short-lived, because there's no additional reinforcements coming from these ledges. However, it might be a strong enough flank that it'll just do enough damage to these guys in the buttholes that the front lines will also falter as a result, I guess. I don't know. This is interesting. Why don't we watch this area get flanked, basically? Yeah, those guys did not last very long. I think the flank did them in, so that's just bad luck that a group of Romans spawned up here, but now they should all be gone. I wonder what this group ended up doing over this way. Looks like they did do some damage to the flank of the marksman over here, just nothing crazy. Yeah, most of them died out, which is good. And then those other guys should now be going for the shotgun units over here fairly soon. Up at the top left over... Oh, lag spike. My goodness. Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Up here, these guys are dying out pretty good. They're gonzo. They're not going to do too hot, I don't think. There's zero chance they do. What is with the lag spikes, brother? The heck is up with that? Alright, it seems like if we stand still, we're fine. Sea Whiz is over here, still gunning down a large portion of the Romans. Why don't we just watch over here for a while because of the lag spikes we keep getting. Alright, they're actually holding, which is a very nice thing to see. A nice change of pace, if you will. We're down to 21,000 remaining U.S. Army soldiers and just about 3 million remaining Romans. So things are going better this time, although I don't love the fact that the Romans did blitz through here pretty quickly. And of course the other side we got to check out now too. And yes, they did make it through the shotgun units, and are now coming upon the missile system final stand defense. But these missile systems, you know, they do have a few additional ones as well, so they'll be able to do at least a little bit better this time around compared to last, which is good. And the top left here, I'm hoping can hold out for significantly longer. We do have these marksmen up here shooting away. Do we have any missile or archers firing? I don't see any archer fire going on right now, so I don't think archers have made it to the front lines yet. Once they do, I think we will see some serious problems ahead, and also the catapults, I don't really see any coming up from behind, so none of that going on just yet either. It's pure Roman swords and shields right now, which is the best case scenario for the U.S. Army. Alright, let's watch back here, the missile systems fighting away. We've got 2.85 million Romans remaining, and 21,157 U.S. Army soldiers. Let's get it, baby. Well, we've got this situation under control, but Romans are now flanking around the back. So half of these guys are going to have to turn around and start dealing with the flanking Romans over here, while also the other half fires up this way. This could be a major problem because these missile systems are already getting smacked around by Roman swords. I think a couple of them might have already died. Well, maybe not. They're all still moving, which is good. But they could be very close to death, which would certainly not be good. What's going on up here? Okay, Sea-Wiz is down below, still holding, although it looks like some of their protectors from the U.S. Army have gone down, which is no bueno, but the rest of them are still alive, which is great. Are there any arrows in the air? I don't really see any arrows, so I'm not sure. Up top here, the marksman's still taking care of business this way, so no worries there. This is definitely worrisome. Oh, there's also guys coming up from this mountain peak too now. Interesting. But I think we should watch the Sea-Wizzes for a while. We're at 2.57 million remaining Romans, 20,111 remaining U.S. Army soldiers. Still quite a bit of battle to go, but things are progressing. Oof! We have the L of the century. The Sea-Wizzes are down. Now it's up to the Abrams and the marksmen and riflemen up here to start holding this position. They're still holding the top ledge up here perfectly fine, but down below could get dicey. How's it going back here? Okay, things actually aren't too bad here. It seems like a lot of the missile systems are still alive over this way, and the riflemen mostly still alive, though they're starting to take some losses, especially in the front around this way. We've got 16,900 remaining U.S. Army soldiers and 2.23 million remaining Roman soldiers. So the Romans are at almost half of their force, and U.S. Army is just above half their force. I don't like how quickly some of these Romans are cutting through these guys here. This is very not good. Ooh, this could be the downfall of the back lines, which would result in the other lines getting flanked thoroughly. Let's watch and see. Hopefully these guys can hold out. Oh, they died so quickly over here. There's a tiny amount still left over this way. Wow, we really came back here at right the perfect moment to witness the downfall of these guys, and that downfall is continuing really, really quickly. Probably a mix of some of the stronger Roman units coming into play, but on top of that, I think a big problem that the U.S. Army was dealing with was that flank. I think it did kind of come through and start to really destroy them. Just not a good time for the boys. Really not a good time for the boys. And they're gonna lose the rest of this here, and it's kind of a matter of, well, can they hold the next position back here when that flank is coming through the back? And right now the Abrams are still holding, which is great. That's fantastic, but the marksmen are going to get flanked here, and it could be a disaster. So why don't we do a big bird's eye view here, and we can watch that flank come through. 2.2 million remaining Romans, 9,000 remaining U.S. Army soldiers. This is not good, boys. Well, despite the assault, the U.S. is still holding. Front lines going pretty well, though the Abrams have been pushed back into some of these U.S. soldiers behind them. As for the marksmen up here, they are actually holding out decently against the Romans. I'm surprised. They are losing a soldier here and there every so often, but it's not abysmal. We're at half of the remaining Roman force at 2 million soldiers remaining and 8,800 U.S. soldiers remaining, which is almost a fifth of their forces. But maybe they can make the comeback happen. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. It's all about holding tight now. Hold tight, boys, or else we're screwed. So please hold. For America and the future, baby. Stop these Romans. All right, let's go ahead and watch the close-up charge here, because I think that'll be pretty interesting to watch the flank. God dang, the body pile has grown. Look at that, we might be witnessing the U.S. Army comeback of a lifetime here as the Romans are getting felled left and right. Currently, 8,500 remaining U.S. soldiers, which is they've only lost like 250 or something along those lines. Like, it's not too bad, to be completely honest with you. And on top of that, it looks like, I think it's 1.8 million remaining Roman. So U.S. Army is getting kills in the choke point and not losing too much. I mean, it could be worse. They're doing well. They're actually doing pretty well. Let's continue to watch. Well, it seems like the US Army has been pushed further back here. They are taking more losses now. 5,200 soldiers remain and 1.3 million Romans remain. So it still could swing either way, I think, now. We do have a bunch of M1 Abrams still alive, which is good. Obviously, a few have died since there's only like 5 remaining. So, rip to the fallen Abrams. But now the Romans are coming from up top here and descending down upon the US soldiers, as well as in their flank, and of course straight up the death tunnel. It's a lot. This is going to be tough, but the US is getting crazy amounts of kills in a very short period of time. So let's continue to watch and hope that the US can pull this thing off long term against the Roman onslaught. Okay, it's been another half an hour and still we've got the last stand going here. There are 1.1 million Romans remaining and 3,500 remaining US soldiers. Now I am running low on space on my hard drive for video files, so we're gonna hold off on time-lapsing again for a little bit here and just let it run for like the next half an hour. Of course, if anything crazy or exciting happens, I'll be right back to recording, but for you guys, it should really only be about 1 second. Bruh, I walked out to walk the dog and they won. The Romans get the W with 1 million soldiers remaining. Oh, they got 25,000 kills and lost 3 million soldiers. Absolutely insane. Bruh. That is crazy. I'm guessing the archers honestly probably came in and cleaned up the last of the troopers there, along with these Praetorian guards, which are just so powerful, so elite. It makes it very, very difficult to defend against. Yeah, even for ranged guns, gun units. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.